Hi guys, Mr. 3D here, and welcome to today's loadout video. In today's loadout video, I'd like to bring you a loadout I like to call the Radar Ranger. And as the name states, it's going to be allowing you to focus purely on your radar and to provide as much support to your teammate as much as possible. Now, ideally, this is going to basically allow you to locate where enemies are at all times, and it's going to allow you to kind of indicate and warn your teammates where they could be coming from, and pretty much allow your teammates to always be constantly aware, and like I said, rely on the radar. Now, the only thing that could potentially put this loadout out and pretty much destroy it, or kind of be a counter to it, is the radar jammer. However, radar jammer doesn't last long, and unless the team actually know that you're going to be playing this specific role, it's not going to be that much of a problem. But still, it can still be effective, as you can still use this to potentially see enemies within walls or such. So, like always, let's go into the main loadout. The class ability now is going to be the Pulse Blade. This is going to allow us to throw a Pulse Blade kunai depending on where we aim it to, and it should basically allow us to see where enemies are, either hiding or camping, or if they're blending into the environment. 9 times out of 10, most enemies will be camping in specific areas, so this would be a great indicator to basically throw it into an area and locate where they are. As the moment they get hit by the kunai, they tend to run off and try to hide as quickly as possible. If you're quick, you'll be able to catch up with them and kill them. If you're not quick, this could potentially lead to a wasted ability. Your primary now is going to be the Spitfire with the threat scope and the speed loader. Now, I chose Spitfire simply because of the fact that 1, it hits hard, 2, it has the threat scope that basically allows us to locate where enemies are depending on where we aim it, so they should be highlighted in a kind of red shade. And 3, with the speed loader, it basically allows us to load quickly because the magazine is quite slow, but it has quite a high magazine count. So if you're someone that's not great at killing, but you want to provide much support for your teammates, this weapon and the Pacific loadout would be ideal for you to run with. Although, like always, you can always change it to something else that you feel more comfortable with. Your secondary now is going to be the Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt is, I like to say, kind of a team player type weaponry, because it allows you to damage multiple groups of enemies, depending if they're in that area, and allows you to build up your Titan meter and your boost meter at a very ridiculous rate. I'm talking about depending if there are, say, about 5 or 6 Titans on the field, or in a straight line, or in an area, you can fire it in that direction, and it should damage them, and you should get at least get about, say, half your core basically ready. And that's quite ridiculous when you think about it. Ordnance now is going to be the Arc Grenade. You can always change your grenade to be something whatever you like. I chose Arc Grenade simply the fact that it allows me to slow down Titans and pilots, and it basically allows me to basically stop them just long enough so that even my teammates can come in and basically finish off the Titan or pilot, or just long enough for me to basically ramp up my weapon and finish them. Like always, you can always go with something else. You can go with the Satchel, or potentially you can always go with the normal frag grenades. They are quite useful as well, and they also allow you to clear out areas that you could potentially think enemies may be hiding in, if you combine it with your Pulse Blade. Our boost now is going to be the Map Hack. This will basically allow us to locate enemies on the map for a brief few seconds, and this will come in handy as once activated, all your teammates will know where they are, and your teammates will be able to quickly react in case they are about to get sneaked up and meleeed, or about to, let's say, get crushed or whatever. This will basically allow them to have enough time to react much quicker and basically find the enemies and quickly kill them before the timer runs out. Now, if you combine this with your Pulse Blade, you could really see some magic work, depending on where the area is heavily fortified, though. The Titan now is going to be Tone with the Pulse Echo perk. Now, with the Pulse Echo perk, this basically allows our normal Pulse Echo to basically fire or basically echo 2 times instead of 1. This is good as it allows us to kind of double check an area in case if a enemy is to come into the area once again, or in case if an enemy is in the area but you don't know where exactly they are. It gives us enough time to have a quick look around and see where they are. The enemy, on the other hand, won't have enough time to basically run. Also, at the same time, it allows us to kind of locate where a Titan could be going. Say, for example, you're being sniped by North Star, but you don't know exactly where to. You fire it into their direction. You'll basically have a nice indicator to indicate where they are, or whether there's a route that you could take to sneak up behind them. All I can say is use this class ability or your Titan ability as effectively and as much as possible. The more you use it, the more it'll help you, and the more it'll help your friendlies to locate where enemies are, and the quicker they are to able to react to certain situations. By you dropping it, you'll be able to indicate where the whole enemy team are, and your whole teammates will be able to react much quicker by firing whatever possible, or using their boost, or dropping their titans just to further support you. And this is kind of your ideal role, since you are a supporter. Your pilot kit is now going to be the power cell. This will basically allow you to recharge your class ability at a much quicker pace. Well, one thing I could recommend is that as long as you get kills with your pulse blade, that shouldn't really be much of a problem. However, with the power cell, since it does recharge your ability at a slightly quicker rate, if you're quite capable of killing people and basically using your power cell in conjunction with it, this could come out to be a very deadly combination for you and your teammates. I'm talking about you could potentially be throwing pulse blades left, right and center as long as you rack up the number of kills that you need. If that's the case, then you might want to take out speed loader and put in tactic kill instead, as this will also speed up your pulse blade regeneration as well. But like I said, this depends. Ideally, this loadout is for those that want to be either a supporter, or those that aren't great or relatively new to the game and kind of want to get a ideal feel of how to be a team player. If you're someone that's relatively skilled, like me, then this shouldn't really be much of a problem for you. And lastly, our pilot kit is going to be the Titan Hunter. This here will basically come in handy, as if I doom a Titan or destroy a Titan, I basically get 10% to my Titan core meter. This here is a key player into you dropping your main Titan down, and for you to effectively go ahead and use your pulse echo all across the map. Now once you activate that and you get it, that's it. However, one thing I can definitely say to you is that it doesn't stop just there. Even in your Titan, you also get 10% to your core meter, as long as you damage, or let's say doom, your Titan nearby. So keep it up, because the more you kill and the more you use it effectively, the more your Titan core meter gets improved more and more. Although 10% doesn't seem like a lot, if you're very skilled and you know how to group up a bunch of enemies using Tone and his core ability, this could come in quite amazingly. So overall, when it comes down to playing this loadout, like I said, you want to play it like a supporter. You don't want to be going in head first in the front line. You want your friendlies to be doing that. What you want to be doing there is providing them as much support fire as much as possible behind enemy lines. That means basically using your pulse blade to locate where enemies are, using your Spitfire to mow them down and destroy them, and then using your map hack to locate them where they could potentially be sneaking around the map. Depending on the map, some maps they may be kind of like, in some maps they may be trying to push forward and try to wipe you out at a quicker pace, and if that's the case, you kind of want to be aware of above and on the ground as much as possible. In other cases, they could be potentially trying to sneak around you. The quicker you activate that map hack, the quicker you'll be able to react much quicker to supporting and saving your teammates. And since the Spitfire does hit like a truck, that shouldn't be a problem, unless you're someone that's relatively new to Titanfall 2, then that might be a problem for you. However, if you play your cards right, and you find a nice little area that has a bit of, let's say, protection nearby, that shouldn't be much of a problem. Now, say if everything is going as planned and everything's going fine, you should at this point then be able to drop your Titan, Tone. Now Tone is very lethal and versatile. Tone is capable of allowing you to take on a majority of Titans, since you do have a Titan shield, your power shield, to basically protect you and provide even more support fire for your friendlies. Use this only if you think enemies are at a very far distance, or if you think enemies are in an area where they're trying to get you. If you're in the open area and you see a majority of enemy teams coming at you, put down your particle shield and maybe also use just smoke as well. By doing this, it'll basically allow you to provide enough cover for your friendlies and for you to back away and to kind of reposition yourself. And I also mentioned this as well because sometimes Ronin are quite problematic at times. If Ronin comes in to destroy you, by you placing down a particle shield, you'll block up the majority of his shots. You'll also protect yourself from the majority of his sword ability. And then hopefully, if you're able to bait him out a bit further, your teammates should be able to kind of hit them as well. And depending on how the Ronin player are, they may get a bit greedy and try to kill you and your teammate, or they may try to back away. As they back away, this kind of gives you a nice little opportunity to back away and to replan and reposition yourself. Now, if you are in that type of position, do be aware that you do have the Pulse Echo ability with you. This will basically allow you to pulse an area about 2 times, and basically allow you to locate where the enemies are, and it also allows you to lower down your, I believe, your rocket barrage as well. So instead of it being you have to land 3 shots onto a Titan, and then you fire your extra rockets for a lock-on, it should be you only fire 2 times, and then you fire your rockets at them. And this basically comes in handy, as it kind of lowers down and basically allows you to be a bit more aggressive, and allows you to provide a much sustained fire onto them. And it also comes in handy as you can basically support your teammates, so that your teammates can basically run off somewhere else, reposition somewhere else, and then once you find that out of enemy line, you can bait them, and then you can kind of soak up the majority of damage and help your teammates as much as possible. This is what I try to do as best as possible, and 9 times out of 10 it does work. So in many ways you kind of play the role of, say, Legion, where you provide as much support fire as much as possible, but at the same time you play your role as Tone as well, where you can kind of peek, shoot out as much damage as possible, and basically allow your teammates to reform and reposition and kind of go in for the flank. This loadout would probably be ideal for you. If you want to be a team player and you want to kind of understand how Tone works and how you can use your class abilities, your primary, your secondary, your ordnance, etc., all in coordinates, this loadout here is pretty much designed for you. If, however, you're someone that is new to this and you just want a loadout that you and your buddies can try out, this one here could, generally be amazing but slightly OP. Think about it this way: if you use this loadout with your friends, not only will you be lighting the map up constantly, the enemy team won't know how to react or counter this, because you can only change your boost once, and that's only when you're in the dropship. If they don't counter it with the right class ability or class perk, they are going to have a very hard time with countering this loadout. So once again, I do recommend that you go ahead, play this in normal public match, and then go ahead and play it with a friendly, and see how effective that this loadout, when combined together, can truly become for you to be a ultimate supporter for you and your friendlies. So once again guys, thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then by all means leave a like, a comment and subscribe for more. If you didn't, then by all means leave a dislike. I'll understand and I know where to improve on in the nearby future. Once again guys, thank you all for watching. I do hope to see you all again soon.